For a fighter, fight camp means isolation. There's only one other man on the planet who understands what you are going through. Two opponents with this extremely unique bond, each preparing, sweating, and working toward the same goal, to conquer their counterpart. As they brace for battle, two champions marching toward their mega fight confrontation on July 20th.
I would be lying if I said that I wasn't pissed or upset at Manny Pacquiao fans. Here we are 6 days away from the fight. It is July the 14th, 2019, 6:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Saturday, it's here. It's here. And for some reason, when I do previews of fights or when I do build up for fights, people think that when fight night comes that I'm just going to disappear, that I'm not going to upload no videos. Or, you know, what really grinds my gears is when they say shit like, you know, you better delete your videos. Listen, some of you are delusional, and I don't like how my words have been twisted, but at the same time, this is the internet. You can do whatever you want, and I understand the internet is, you know, YouTube or and social media. You know, you can't take that shit seriously. I never have. Well, I did my first couple of years on YouTube, but now I like to troll. I do. I like to dance that line. I've said it many times before. When it comes to a fight, a major fight like this, I like to put both sides out there. I like to dance that line. 50-50. In my opinion, this is a 50-50 fight. Manny Pacquiao, 40 years old. Kieth Thurman, the best opponent. Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion, which matters. My opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Here's where things and shit's been getting confused, and it's been really, like, confusing. For example, I'll say some shit like, you know, Kieth Thurman is going to really dedicate going to Manny Pacquiao's body. Nobody is really going to Manny Pacquiao's body like Kieth Thurman can probably go to Manny Pacquiao's body at 147 pounds. You know, people say, oh, well, Antonio Margarito with Manny Pacquiao fans. Yo, y'all know how long ago that shit was? And I'm sorry, Kieth Thurman is much more skilled than any Antonio Margarito ever been. I'm sorry. I'll say some shit like, well, this is the first young, full-fledged, hungry lion at 147 pounds that Manny Pacquiao has fought since Timothy Bradley. People bring up Jesse Vargas. Oh, my God. No disrespect to Jesse Vargas, but, yo, like, you know, and I think, like, do I have to dumb myself down in these videos to maybe, you know, communicate my points better? Because why should we have to bring up guys like, I cover boxing. Look at the channel. I spent a good part of 40 hours covering about, what, 5 cards or some shit? This is not Manny Pacquiao's fight. This is just one fight in a drop in the bucket of the hundreds of fights I cover a year. This is just one fight. Do I think Manny Pacquiao can win? Yes. But one thing is for sure is, a lot of you motherfuckers are delusional. They don't think Kieth Thurman can beat him? Why do you think you see Manny Pacquiao training the hardest he's ever trained? Why do you see Manny Pacquiao getting this treatment of 4 episodes of PBC Fighting Camp, a PBC Face-to-Face, multiple episodes of PBC Countdown, all this publicity because he can lose? Am I saying he will lose? Hell no. I just like fucking with y'all head. And y'all be putting words in my mouth. My job is to sell the fights. My job is to cover the fights, do preview videos, let y'all know what's going on, put the ticket information down below in the description box, and I still don't get no love. Boxing is actually a perverse, dirty sport to me, and truth be told, I've been kind of like really fed up with it, so I've just been covering boxing the way I want to cover boxing, which is making sure my number one shit is post-fight videos. Next week, no matter how you slice it, I'm going to be here. Pacquiao Broner, I was suspended from monetization. I was blacklisted. Crazy story. But now, we here. So on my backup channel, which is called TstreeT Uncut. Here, let's go take a look at it real quick. So you guys can know where all my streams are going to be next week. I got a podcast coming out. I've been taking my time, not rushing shit, because it's going to be the second biggest venture I've ever Oh, my bad, I spelled it wrong. So here, just type in YouTube, TstreeT Uncut. You're going to see this right here. It's going to say coming soon. And this is the channel where I'm going to be streaming. So what we're going to do, since we're 5 minutes into the video, and we got to talk about PBC Fight Camp Episode 3, Pac versus Thurman. Episode 4 is going to premiere on Thursday. I believe it's actually going to premiere on Friday before the weigh-in. So this episode pretty much focuses on training camps, regimens, shit like that. But you know what? I got a nice little clip right here we're going to play for you. And you can see what Kieth Thurman's been working on in camp. So what this is right here is Kieth Thurman is working with 3 different southpaw sparring partners. Now, of course, this is all edited and chopped up, but basically you'll be able to get an understanding on what he's working on and how he's trying to adapt to a fight in a southpaw fighter. So pay attention. We're going to talk about it a little bit. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe. Let's just make sure I put this right here first, and then I'm going to remove it in a minute.
You like that body, slow him down. Stay busy, stay busy, stay busy. Work. That's it. That body too. Nice. There you go. Oh yeah, that was like a good change-up punch right there. I think he's boxing effectively. He's mixing his attack. He's being first most of the time. He's countering when he has to. And his movement looks good. His condition looks great. Come on, champ. Work, 30 seconds. Come on.
We're strong, fast. We're ready to go, man. Nobody gonna knock Pacquiao ass out. You know that?
Keep the pressure. Keep the pressure. Okay, you got a new guy coming in now.
So look, now the second guy is about to come in. Now, obviously, this is all edited footage, but what you can see is obviously Kieth Thurman is going to be focusing on the body. Now, I'm going to put this disclaimer out here. I got to be honest with you. As it stands right now, when I first started covering these episodes about 3 weeks ago, I was like, yeah, Kieth Thurman going to watch Manny Pacquiao. And the odds makers from what I'm getting were like that too, but now it's a much closer fight, and I'm starting to lean more towards Manny Pacquiao's ring IQ to overcome it all. But I've always been known to be somewhat of a Manny Pacquiao fanboy, even though my journalistic and media integrity will always make sure that I cover the shit the way it's supposed to be. So on paper, Manny Pacquiao is supposed to lose to Kieth Thurman, despite Kieth Thurman's 2-year layoff, his injuries, and, you know, the Luis Collazo incident, which has, you know, now a significant part of his career. But I'll let this continue to play.
What he's got. That's it. That's it. Body work, body work. Southpaw actually has the advantage. It's just a different angle. Everything's different. Everything's backwards. You know, most fighters are right-handed. Nice move, nice move. Seeing everything. Seeing everything.
There you go, there you
That's
go.
it. Work smart, good defense, good movement. That's it, keep touching back. There you go. Ooh. Manny Pacquiao's main strength is he brings condition. And he's very busy, does a lot of punches. He's got great focus, great movement. Keep touching, keep touching. Come on. There you go.
Also, I want to say that Fox is missing out because these episodes you can watch on demand. If you have Xfinity, Comcast, you can watch on demand. I don't know about if you have DirecTV or Fios. I don't know, but I know with Fox Sports Go, they put the latest episodes and sometimes they remove some. But one thing they do good on the Fox Sports and Fox Sports Go app, Fox Sports Go. I'm going to put where the information is always down below in the description box for the bout pay-per-view, the ticket information, and everything. And in fact, during fight week, because remember, it's the 14th right now. The fight's on the 20th. So I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos and live streams. Once again, TstreeT Uncut. It's going to be a lot of live streams this week on the fight on that channel. I'm working on something. That's the reason why we're streaming on that channel and not on this one just yet. I don't want any more streams on this channel for reasons. All right? So, another point is, this pay-per-view is trending pretty well. I think this is going to be the highest pay-per-view since Canelo Golovkin 2. Canelo Golovkin 2 did about 1.1 million, 1.2 in between that pay-per-view buys, million. I'm thinking this can do 600 to 700,000, yo. No bullshit. And remember, I'm going to be here next week covering all these fights. Now, off the top of my head, I'm going to tell you what fights are on the card. Let me see if I can remember them. I know it's going to be heavyweight prospect F.A. Ajagba versus a guy by the name of Ali Demirezin. That's going to be on the free TV Fox. You're going to have Caleb Plant, IBF 168-pound champion, versus Subway Mike Lee. Right? On the pay-per-view fights that I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to Sergey Lipinets versus John Molina Jr. because you never know what John Molina Jr. is going to show up. You never know. You know? Yordenis Ugás versus Omar Figueroa. Now, so far, Omar Figueroa hasn't pulled out the fight, so it's looking like he's going to go through. But we never know. Right? He can pull out the fight. Yordenis Ugás versus Omar Figueroa Jr. A lot of people felt that Yordenis Ugás beat Sean Porter. Sean Porter's fighting Errol Spence sometime in, I'm guessing I'm going to say October, November, because we're already in July, you know? What else? I'm probably missing a fight, right? No, those the fights. Oh, Luis Nery versus Payano, which the winner is going to go on to fight Noradine Albali. Basically, the fights, every single fight on that card means something really outside of Caleb Plant versus Mike Lee. But I expect Mike Lee to put on a good performance. I don't know why. It's because he's fighting. The reason why I'm saying that is because these days I've noticed that these B-sides, especially as of late, have been really living up like to the event. Like, you know, when you get a chance to fight on a Pacquiao Thurman undercard, even if it is a separate broadcast on free TV, still looks like you're getting that exposure. So I expect for that to be a good fight. And a lot of people are not talking about it's two white fighters headlining a card for a big event on free TV. Crazy, you know? So, moving on, let's take a little jump cut because we got to get to the Pacquiao stuff on this episode. I'm going to rate this episode a 8 out of 10. Now, I've loved all episodes. In my opinion, episode 1 was the best. But 3, you know, focused more on fight camp. 2 focused on letting you know about Keith Thurman more. And, you know, we got to meet his girl, his wife, his now wife. A lot of boxing fans were wondering, you know, like, yeah, he got a wife, he got married over, and, you know, it's this more secret shit. But no, she was on the show. Shout out to Steve Kim. They had a little sound bite from you on here when you were in Manny Pacquiao's, in the wild card in the back with Manny Pacquiao asking a couple questions. And yeah, it was pretty much like, you know, training camp shit. You know, Keith Thurman sleep in a hyper some shit chamber. You know, the fucking shit that Michael Jackson wanted to freeze himself in. Overall, I'm seeing that Keith Thurman is putting a lot more in this training camp that he's put in previous fights. And this could possibly be his best camp ever from what we're seeing from edited content, though. You know, obviously, they're not going to ever let us know the pitfalls or the issues they may be having in training. For example, if he's still experiencing some type of elbow soreness or anything. But no excuses after the fight. I'm hype. I'm hype as shit. So no matter what, shout out to PBC on Fox. They've been really looking out. You know, I've been working for years to make sure I separated myself from other YouTubers. And what we got now is I can make sure that I guarantee you that next week after the fight, we're going to have highlights, brief highlights, because of our right of fair use. But don't get me wrong. Our channel is manually monitored to make sure we don't, but still. Post-fight, moments after the fight. In fact, when the final bell rings, I'm hitting record here. When the final bell rings, I'm hitting record. And we're going to talk about the fight. But as it stands right now, I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. My heart, I don't know if my heart is saying Pacquiao now. I'm scared. I feel like a turncoat. I feel no good. I feel no good because, and it's not, I don't know, Pacquiao still at 40. He's so fast. We gonna see, man. One more jump cut on TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe. We'll be right back.
So when he gets home, he prepares to go to sleep.
I know a lot of y'all like shit like this, so I'm gonna show y'all.
Adding a little science.
What's the difference between one top athlete and another top athlete? 1%. Then where do you get that 1%? In the diet, in the supplementation, and in the regimen. My hyperbaric chamber is like a precious gem. I've used it time and time and time again. I sleep in the chamber because it's very important for recovery. Put this on. I bought the largest one. It's just nice to have that space in there. The whole setup was about $20,000.
I ain't gonna lie, I would buy some shit like that. 20 G's? I mean, I'd be kind of pissed, like, if I had it and I wasn't sleeping in it at least, like, 3 nights a week. And I wonder if you can fuck in there. Or if they, like, send you, like, some directions, like, please do not use this for sex or something. Yeah, but I'd be sleeping in there. You know, this is his crib. You know, Kieth Thurman, you know what I always admired about him? Like, he seems like a very, like, down-to-earth dude. You know, even though he's, like, a super multimillionaire, he don't spend, like, a lot of money. Like, he's got his little BMW I've seen. Before that, he was driving, like, a Prius. He probably still got that Prius, you know? And in today's life, well, whatever. Let me let it play. I don't want to rant. Ramble.
Well worth it.
The only thing now is for me to get inside.
It brings oxygen throughout
Remember,
the
I'm going to be doing
bloodstream
jump cuts.
and tones down the inflammation, tones down the muscle soreness, so I can beat myself up every day. I beat myself up so nobody else can. And my chamber helps me recover.
My bad. 36 missed calls from yesterday, so I had to answer those. But yeah, I'm gonna be here, man. I'm still on the fence. I'm still on that damn fence. My heart is saying Kieth Thurman, but I want to go with Manny Pacquiao. But that's why this fight is so intriguing, because, you know, we know that Manny Pacquiao was special, but also we should know that Kieth Thurman. Okay, looking at Manny Pacquiao's record, let's go through it. Once and for all, 61-7-2 with 39 KOs, right? He is better. Some asshole Manny Pacquiao fan, I'm sorry, he was. Say, well, you know, Kieth Thurman is, you know, Adrian Broner was in his I don't count Adrian Broner. Lucas Matisse said, yes, he may have been known as a hard puncher, but he was washed up. I cover these fights. Jeff Horn, in my opinion, Manny Pacquiao won that fight, but he didn't take Jeff Horn seriously. Jesse Vargas is a light puncher, known as a light puncher. Like, y'all bringing up these names, these dudes ain't on Kieth Thurman level. And I love Timothy Bradley to death, but I'm sorry, he's not as skilled as Kieth Thurman to me. Timothy Bradley, when he fought Juan Manuel Marquez, that's who he was supposed to be. But he tried to be this pressure fighting power puncher, and, well, it didn't work out for him. Floyd Mayweather, we all know what happened with that. Kieth Thurman is better than Chris Algieri, Brandon Rios, and we all know that Marquez was getting his ass beat before then. What happened?